sure Sean Puppy Combs, your son, your eldest, just got arrested for a DUI.
Yes. All right, now Diddy's oldest son, Justin Combs, Diddy and Misa's son, was arrested for a DUI. This was in LA Sunday morning. Set at $5,000.
Okay.
By the way, and Misa is furious. She was going in on social media, and she said, "I'm not protecting no one anymore, just my son."
He might be the king of the music industry, but the women in his life aren't as enthusiastic about him and his shenanigans. Diddy's son, Justin, got himself into an accident as he was driving under the influence, and his mother has no one else to blame but Diddy. Diddy's baby mama, Misa Hilton, has come forward with some shocking allegations. How is Diddy responsible for his son's accident, and what does this incident mean for his family life? Let's have a look.
Yeah. Woo! And we're not telling y'all to drink. We just celebrating life. You know what I'm saying?
And it's fucking Friday.
And it's fucking Friday.
Grab
you know what I'm
me
saying?
orange.
Drink responsibly. Cheers.
Cheers.
With an orange though. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a lemon, fuck a lime. Delion tequila. We do ours with oranges.
Sersky.
Yes. Owned by a black man.
Diddy, the well-known music mogul and entrepreneur, has been at the top of the industry for quite a few years now. He's made millions of dollars from his record label. And if there's one thing this man knows how to do, it's party. Diddy is famous for his parties and his alcohol-filled nights. Diddy might think that his party life is all fun and games, but there are consequences of this wild and wacky lifestyle. And looks like it's finally catching up to him. No, he hasn't caught some contagious disease or developed poor health or gotten an STD. His consequences are nothing of this sort. In fact, they are much worse. His son Justin is turning into an alcoholic who goes around driving drunk and getting into accidents. Diddy has managed to keep his nightlife separate from his everyday life and work, but you cannot say the same about his son, Justin. Justin just got himself into a DUI in Los Angeles. The 29-year-old was driving recklessly at 8 in the morning and was seen by a cop running the red light. When someone acts like this at 8 in the morning, you can only imagine what sort of night they just had.
Going to sleep. Play that again. We are not going to sleep. We are not going to sleep.
The police caught Justin and hit him with a misdemeanor DUI charge and set bond at $5,000. The officers claimed that Justin was under the influence and was not acting sensibly. Officers conducted a traffic stop and they observed the driver possibly under the influence of unknown alcohol or drugs. The investigation revealed that he was under the influence. Of course, this matter would have been brushed under the rug had a witness not seen the arrest and posted the pictures online. Justin was so drunk that he didn't even think through the consequences of driving the car completely drunk.
People that got money, chauffeurs, access, Uber, bus fare, friends, lackeys, hangers-on. You got a million people trying to eat all.
Despite all these options to get home safe after a night of intense partying, Justin chose to drive around recklessly and got himself into a very public controversy. You'd think that the children of celebrities would be extra cautious and have enough security and staff to avoid such mishaps. Looks like Diddy has failed to bring up his children in a good way and is now even failing to take care of their controversies and mistakes. Now that Justin is all over the internet, thanks to his DUI, his mother and Diddy's baby mama, Misa Hilton, has come forward to blast Diddy for his failures as a father. Misa took to her Instagram and went on a lengthy rant after the arrest, and let me tell you, she was not holding back. Misa went all out and basically declared Diddy the cause of her son's drinking problem and bad upbringing. She said, "Everyone has to sit around for years and act like there isn't anything wrong with you. This is where the buck stops for me," Misa wrote. "If anything ever happened to my son, God forbid, what is anyone going to say to me when we all know whose fault it would be?" If this wasn't clear enough who she was referring to, she then proceeded to bring up Diddy's recent lawsuit to clarify her point. How you go from one of the greatest to ever do it to making all your money off alcohol and suing the damn alcohol company, she asked. Sell something healthy that builds people up. I'm sick of it. Not mine. Combs recently filed a lawsuit in New York against spirits giant Diageo, claiming the company failed to make promised investments in his Ciroc vodka and DeLeon tequila brands. The company was making investments in all their other brands except Diddy's. Now he wants billions of dollars in damages. Diddy's looking for money, but this lawsuit is also just proof to Hilton about his priorities and his unhealthy lifestyle. Looks like everything has been building up for Hilton for some time, and the accident just exploded her and tested her patience. Diddy is all set to star in a reality show with all his children and show the world what a close bond they all have. But now, Hilton is mad about that too. After all, would anyone appreciate it that Diddy has surrounded his children with alcohol and drugs all his life, and now they're getting themselves into DUIs? No, right? That's exactly what Hilton thinks. I'm not with none of that reality TV, yes. When is enough enough? She questioned. I'm not protecting no one anymore, just my son and all the children. Hilton is blaming Diddy for the way he has brought up his children. You can't blame a man for thinking the drinking culture is the norm when that's all he has ever been surrounded in. From a young age, Justin saw his father host parties and events filled with drinks and drugs. It's not shocking that now, when he's 29 and can make his own decisions, drinking and getting high is all he wants to do. Hilton blasted Diddy that he wasn't a good father, as that demands being a good leader. Diddy should have guided his children towards a better path, instead of showing them that being wild and partying all the time was the right way to live. The statement "a fish rots from the head down" means that, in addition to being a major contributing factor in a family or organization's success, leadership is also the root cause of its failure and demise. The truth shall set you free. Seems like Hilton is now regretting the fact that Justin went on to live with Diddy and spent so much time in his company. I should have kept my child with me. F***K UCLA 2. Everybody can get it. Hilton now regrets a lot of her life choices when it comes to her kids. For her, nothing is as important as the well-being and the future of her kids. And if they don't come out of Diddy's influence soon, their future will be ruined by drugs and substance abuse. Maybe she even regrets knowing or being around Diddy at all. After all, she was pretty young when they met. Misa Hilton is a celebrity stylist and a fashion designer. You'd think that's where she met Diddy, but that's not true. In fact, she met Diddy when she was only in high school, and to no one's surprise, that's also when Diddy started dating her. If dating a high schooler wasn't too repulsive, you could see how this actually did wonders for Hilton's career. Diddy had a lot of contacts and friends in the industry, so of course he helped Hilton accumulate clients among the artists at record label Uptown Records. Now that Diddy's children are all losing their grip on what is and isn't an appropriate way to act, Hilton is rethinking if the career was all worth it after all. Justin is Diddy's eldest child, and even though Diddy claims to love him, he has surrounded him with all sorts of filth. Now, even if Misa wants to protect her child, Justin has already spent 29 years of his life in this environment. At the same time, we have to think why Hilton wants to coddle her grown-up son at all. Justin isn't a little boy or a teenager. He's a 29-year-old man who should know right from wrong. No matter what environment he grew up in, he can now make his own life decisions and choices. One Twitter user was not ready to let either Diddy or Justin off the hook, and honestly, we agree. All I can say is #Misa Hilton said not my son. I'm proud that she's out here calling #Diddy out and holding him accountable for his behavior as of late, IDK. What's going on with this reality show mess he's filming? But his brand and his kids are not known for this, and this is not okay. I'm glad she's protecting her son, #Justin Combs, but we have to be honest here. Your son did it, and he should know right from wrong. Others think it's unfair of Hilton to point fingers at Diddy when bringing up Justin was half her responsibility. You do realize his son is a 29-year-old adult. His mother didn't call him out for making a bad decision or acknowledge the part she played in his upbringing. Instead, she's pointing fingers. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.